20th Century Boys Volume 3. What we have here on this volume is Kenji reuniting this team of the 9. We get to know who are the 9. Didn't get it's not really a satisfying answer, because even Kenji isn't sure if the 9 who he gathered are the 9 persons who friend asked. We have again, for example, these ramen scenes, and they seem like super little stuff, but on the big picture, from time to time, it comes back to this connection that Kana has with her uncle Kenji. Kana is not a baby anymore in this. Well, this first arc on volume 3 has to do with them trying to stop Friend, the Friend party. They are a party now, and Kenji is a terrorist on the news, just like Dr. Tenma. So that's the series at this point, and it stops. It just stops right there at the moment of great tension. This one on the back, where they have to fight a giant robot. So this is the last day of the 2000, the last day of the 20th century, and then the story jumps to 2014, and we get to meet Kana, who is the girl on the cover. So yeah, so this first episode, it's like a new start again for the series, and gets really slice of life kind of stories, just like at the beginning. We get to know Kana's life on this, and we get new characters like these mangakas who live in the same building where she works, in this really bad neighborhood where there are Chinese and Thailand mafias. They fight each other. She gets to know the mob boss of on the two sides. I'm getting introduced to this new character, Shono. He's a police man. He has some relationship with the 1997 storyline, to South and storyline. He has a connection. Everyone has a connection on these stories. And then when all characters are set, we start this second arc, where we have this trans character. One of them is a witness on a crime. This crime was committed by a policeman. We have Kana trying to help her, escape and be safe. All this is related to Friend. We get to know some other stuff that I won't spoil on this video. And also we have this other plot, because on the year 2014, we don't know anything about Kenji, just Tsukiji. She is taking care of Kana. And what we have on the 2014 is that the Friend Party, they are ruling Japan at this point. They have this kind of prisons where they send, dangerous people. For example, a mangaka who was telling an online story about some hero or savior of the world that wasn't really a hero, like Friend. And he's thrown to dungeon, and here he meets some old unknown character for the reader. So the plot story is basically that Kana and her team investigating, trying to save this character, getting to know some other information, and the guy, the mangaka, and this other character on this ship and trying to escape. I know some people get annoyed that at the moment of the most in edge of your seat moment of the series, this that could be they could be like the end of the first era of the series, around chapter 50, I think. A lot of people get annoyed because it jumps and it has this time skip, but it didn't really matter to me because I trust the author. I know how long the series is, and I suppose that at some point we'll come back to that. And he drops all that and all that storyline to tell this new one. And this new one is a lot more light at first, again, before it starts to get really dense and dark. But I'm sure I think it does really tell really well in the stories. And for example, these two characters, they feel like they are on a love comedy, romantic romance, this kind of manga. And at some point the mangakas told Kana that these kind of heroes, shonen adventures, are not really in, and what's in is this like love stories, comedy stories. And that's what the series does. So it's kind of meta language at some point. It's not really like dance on a Grant Morrison or Alan Moore kind of style, but it's entertaining. I think Urasawa is really conscious of what he's doing, and maybe he thought that some readers wouldn't notice what he's doing, so he put that scenes in there for you to trying to understand what he's trying to do in the story, like mixing all the genres. This is like a manga about mangas, in a way, about all of the genres that are popular on manga. For me, at least. For example, again, this turned out to be like a prison story, a prison break story. On the other end is these trans characters with Kana and Shono is like a criminal police story. Before that, it was these heroes trying to save the world. So, it touches upon a lot of genres and styles, and I think Urasawa does this in a successful manner. So for me, this is still a recommended read. It still entertains me. It's a really great manga, maybe one of the best I have ever read at this point. So I really recommend it.